finish this in time for that. But this is a big yikes, you guys. We were talking about this just, what was it, it was either last week or the week before that. I think Alex and I were talking on stream about how they would make, I think it was last week actually with Jeremy. I said how I guess I predicted that Disney would turn the new Mary Poppins Returns movie into like a Mary Poppins franchise. And lo and behold, there is an article that was published this week by, I believe it was Screen Rant. Yes, screenrant.com. I'm not really much of a fan of this website, so just, take their word with a grain of salt. But according to them, Rob Marshall, the director of Mary Poppins Returns, is reportedly working on a sequel to the movie, to Mary Poppins Returns. This, like I said, big yikes, you guys. Mary Poppins Cinematic Universe is officially happening. They are going to have a Bert spin-off movie. I'm calling it. They're going to make a Bert spin-off movie. 2023 it's going to release. I guarantee you guys. This is most likely because the movie has made around $260 million since its December opening. And of course, Emily Blunt said she would love to return for another film. Yeah, Disney has also made no official statement on this, just the director. The director revealed at this week's BAFTA Tea Party, whatever that is, no idea what that is, that the production team is moving forward with plans for another film, which would again delve into the books written by P.L. Travers. And then there's a quote by him. This is the icing on the cake, you guys. This quote by the director of Mary Poppins Returns. He says, quote, "Listen, how many Star Wars films have there been? You know what I mean? Or James Bond films. If there's a great character and story to tell, why not?" Now, that just confirms to me that they want to make billions and billions of more Mary Poppins movies after this. But Alex, what are your thoughts on a Mary Poppins Returns sequel being in development?
Well, it's, honestly, the argument could go strongly either way. I mean, if you say, okay, I felt that they should have just let well enough alone. They had a great Mary Poppins movie with Julie Andrews, and they should have just left it at that. But then they decided to come back and make a sequel. And I believe that they did a sequel because they really wanted to do a redo, but then everybody would have been totally ticked off if they did that. So instead, they just did a sequel. And, I think that now looking back on it, it makes sense that they wanted to bring this back because they want to turn it into a series. And, and I think that this sequel was just testing the waters now that I look at it, so
yeah.
Do I think that they should do more Mary Poppins movies? No. I mean, they really just needed the one. But the other side of the coin, I don't know what to call it. Yeah, the other argument is that, well, there were several Mary Poppins books, so why couldn't there be several Mary Poppins movies, So, I mean, but at the same time, it'd be different if you're doing like what Harry Potter did or like what Series of Unfortunate Events did, where you're following each book with visual entertainment, like it's following the books. But I don't think this is. I think that Mary Poppins Returns was a whole new story to begin with, and if this third movie comes out, it'll probably be a totally different story than what was in the books anyway. So, yeah, at that point, it matters.
Man, I'm just so happy that... I don't know. Jeremy's reaction to this when I sent this article in the group chat that Alex and all three of us are in was amazing. I don't know if I should say it. I'm not going to say what he said. But I find this whole thing really hilarious. I don't know why. I feel like I'm just laughing at, like, trying to suppress my pain. But to me, this is really funny to me, because I mean, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm like a psychic or anything, but I'm also not saying that I'm not a psychic. Because to me, it was sort of obvious the way they made this Mary Poppins Returns. I think it was last week that I said how this Mary Poppins Returns movie reminded me a lot of The Force Awakens, of how, you know, that movie was, of course, supposed to kick off a new Star Wars franchise, but it also had to reintroduce the whole world to what Star Wars was, and to reintroduce the original characters, pass the torch on to the new characters. But, you know, that's Star Wars. You can expect that from Star Wars. But, you know, Mary Poppins, that's like a whole different ballpark. I don't even know what to think. I enjoyed Mary Poppins Returns. I'd love Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins. I think she was really good. Yeah, I'd be interested to see the sequel, I guess. I guess that makes me part of the problem, but
it does.
But I would be interested to see where they take the sequel. And, you know, even though it says that that the sequel's in development could mean a lot of things. You know, it could mean that they've already started working on the script. It could also mean that the director just has an idea in his head for the sequel. That could be what development means. So, you know, take this with a grain of salt. Someone said in chat, just because they say it's in development doesn't mean it's going to happen. You know, a lot of movies go into development and don't end up coming to fruition. So, yeah.
It looks like Kenton Morrison believes that Mary Poppins will just be tied in with the Avengers or something.
I mean, I'd be totally fine with that, to be completely honest with you. Maybe she can partner with Thor and Hulk and Ragnarok too. I'd be totally fine with that, to be completely honest with you. But you know, they probably wouldn't do that. Hopefully they will. But yeah, so I guess that's it for that topic. I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you saw Mary Poppins Returns, let us know what you thought of it, and if you think a sequel or a cinematic universe is necessary for this. I guess we have to call this a franchise now. This Mary Poppins franchise. Alex and I were just talking a couple weeks ago about how much we disliked movie franchises like this, but yeah. Anyways, I guess that's it for that. Yeah. Oh, this is a funny meme I found on Twitter. I thought you guys would like. Credit to Weenie. What is his name? Super Weenie Hut Jr., one of my favorite Diz Twitter. I hate that word, Diz Twitter. Users, but hey there, Mountaineers. Hope you enjoyed this short excerpt from the recent podcast, and if you did, be sure to check out the full episode. The link will be in the description.